Hello there. Good morning, good evening, night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a lovely day. This spoon reminds me of me. Inside, I'm all glittery inside. That's the way God made me. That's the way God made a lot of people. He made us after his image, right? And we have to accept that, and some people don't. They try to be, the devil dobblers. I told you they tried to peep over there and see what the devil's doing, and then, some of them act like they're Christians. They'll read the Bible and everything, but then next thing you know, they're tipping over there, doing something or saying something they shouldn't be saying, and things happen. They are out to hurt people. They go back and forth, and then we got the full-fledged, we're following the devil. But, we can't let that get into us. Today we're going to read about love. I'm going to put $100 in here for that and mark that. And the verse is 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Okay? So, that's a hard one for man. That's what God put us on this earth for. We were not to envy. We weren't to boast, not be proud. We're supposed to love, be kind. But how many people do you see doing that? Following that mandate of I'm gonna blah blah blah. No, they're really losing it. And some things happen in this world and it's God. Some things happen as man. And we have to just kind of go on and pray about it. But that's 1 Corinthians 13:4. And another thing we have to love is ourselves. We don't do a lot of loving ourselves. I remember when I got on here and they had those envelopes that said self-care. And I actually was looking at it going, even though it was explained well, self-care. I was going, what's self-care? What are you talking about? Had no idea. Then when I saw what it was, I promptly dismissed it. I was like, I don't want that envelope. I do things for myself all the time. I didn't do anything all the time for myself. I was always doing things for other people. I'm not selfish. I felt that the word self-care was selfish. According to, to be with God and to be with everything, I thought that's selfish to care about yourself. But let me tell you, it's not selfish to care about yourself. Because if you don't care about yourself, nobody else will most of the time, whether they're family or not. They're busy worrying about their life and what they're doing. And you have to care about yourself so that you can take care of your mind, your body, your soul, your thinking, and so that your thinking is clear and it can decide between right and wrong, decide about people you may meet or not meet, things that you hear so that you can hear clearly. You want to hear, according to the Bible, what was really said, not somebody telling you what they said. And if you don't take care of yourself and you're tired, and just worried about everybody else and everything going on, your bills, cars breaking down, houses breaking down, whatever, or, your kids having trouble, but you didn't take care of yourself, you're just tired, you're not at your best. And God wants the best. And you actually run into more problems because you can't think clearly. I told you we were the beings that had the highest mental state in the world. He put us over the animals. Remember, Adam named the animals. God brought them to him one by one. You know, he made woman. They say rib, but if you look at the translation, it means half, which would be half of the body. But we have to take care of ourselves. Whether we're with somebody or we're not, we have to be able to think. Sometimes that other person may be gone. Something may happen. They may leave. They may pass on. We have to think on our own. Or some people, they don't have anybody there. They have to think. They got to figure out problems. And we don't take care of ourselves, it's nothing. I try to make sure that the homeless people, they think what you got to do, think what you have to do and what you need. Think about yourself. Because nobody's going to think for you. You're going to have other people trying to just throw things at you, and you're still not going to be in a good place. It's okay to love yourself. I didn't mean be conceited and think you're all it and a bag of chips, strutting around, showing off the gold and the purses and the new bag and the luggage and that. I mean, love yourself inside. Inside. You have to love yourself. That does not mean showing everybody else you love yourself. It's you. There's a lot of people walking around. You think they're good looking. Oh, that's the popular girl. That's the popular guy. Oh, he's so cute. She's so cute. Blah, 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 blah. They don't love themselves because people tell them all the time how cute they are. Okay? And inside, they may not feel the cuteness. Okay? They may feel alone. You don't go home with that person. You don't know what it's like. They may not have anybody. Or maybe they had to settle for somebody that they didn't want. Maybe their body is changing. You have to love yourself through that. Okay? If your body's changing, you have children, the men get older, belly may be hanging down, you get a little chubby or something, you still got to love yourself. You still got to look in that mirror every day. You may be fussing about it. I don't like looking like this. The gray hair is coming in. You're trying to diet, and then science tells you, something, there's chemicals in there, and blah, blah, blah. You don't know what to do. But if you had started loving yourself, you wouldn't care. You hear me all the time. I go, no, I don't care. Because I've learned to love myself. I allocate spending money when I need it. I didn't say go broke. I tell you all the time, make sure you got some money for yourself. You may want to stop and get a cupcake. You may stop and just want to sit and have a cup of coffee outside. That's just loving yourself. You may be I want to just save the money and look at it. It's my money. Love yourself. Some people don't take care of themselves because they don't want to. They're just there. There's no joy to it. And other people do. But you have to love yourself. Get up. Try a new hairstyle. You don't have to have a lot of money to stand in the mirror and change your hair around. Do something you can do. Maybe it's your house. Rearrange the furniture. Do something you want to do. How many times have you had the furniture in the same place for the last 2 years? What if it went a different way? Make your life exciting. You have to do that within yourself. Driving a different way home. What took you so long? Well, I wanted to see the park on the other side of the city. That's why I'm late. It's something you want to do for yourself. It's not anybody was in the car. You left a message. I'm going to the other side to sit in the park. I want to sit in a different park. love yourself. And it can be any ways. It can be a cup of tea. You can buy a flower. Pick up a rock you like. I pick up rocks all the time. Don't let them be cute. My mother thought I was going to be a geologist. I still have rocks. The rocks that I picked up when I was a child, they're around my house. I bring them with me. But I want you to know it's okay to love yourself. It's really fantastic because when you love yourself, you love God. He made you. You have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you don't love Him because you don't like yourself. You got to learn to like yourself. You got to learn to like yourself through your choices in life. You need to be selfish sometimes. Okay? This is my time. This is my point in the room. Okay? Maybe you put a couch there or a chair or something, and that's your area. That's where you sit every day. You know, it may not be by a window. It might be by a window. It could be just on the porch. But I'm going to tell you, once you start getting it together, even animals will notice you got a special place, and I'm going to go over here and sit and watch you. Or I'll come over when you want me to. People know that's where you sit. You know, I used to go to a friend's house. You know, the men, that's Papa's chair. Okay, there's also a mama's place, but most of the time, mama didn't have a place to go. Everybody got in mama's chair all the time. Oh, that's Papa's chair. Don't get Papa's chair. But mama's chair, everybody kept getting it. Right? Because it wasn't designated. Mama let everybody come on in. And sometimes that's a good thing. Yes, you want to see everybody, but there's a time when you want to go, I don't want to be bothered. I might love you. Okay, but I need some peace just to pray, to think. Because, see, when we get ready to go, God, we're going to go see God, and we're going to be by ourselves leaving, even alone, okay? It could be two people have transitioned at the same time. You don't have that journey. You're going in there by yourself to talk. Okay, we need to be selfish about our time and where we are. We need to take some time for God, animals, looking at them, whatever, you know, nature, life, because we don't pay attention. That makes you pay attention to what's going on beyond something. And sometimes some of you learn, I really like music. I really like that type of music. I like the sound of it. It could be any type of music. You learn being alone that you're beautiful. You are beautiful. And you have to tell yourself that all the time, that I am beautiful. Okay? I'm not worried about the beauty queen and the beauty pageants. See, that type of stuff has made our world thinking these are the beautiful people, right? These are the wealthy cutie people. These are, you know, it takes a lot to be pretty when you got to put on 50 pounds of makeup. It's painful at times. And, you know, you've seen some of the stars. They got all this makeup on. Don't let them take it off. It's like, oh, we got to understand that beauty's inside. I remember the Temptations. Beauty is only skin deep. Okay? A person should not be marrying a person just because they're cute. That's your first reaction. Okay? They're nice looking, blah, blah, blah. But what comes after the nice looking? Okay? That's what you got to worry about. Who are you? Because you're not cute anymore. Okay? The ugliest person can be cute because they got a nice disposition. They act right. They know how to act. They know how to treat other people. They love other people. But they also stand up for themselves because they love themselves too inside. But there are other people, they are so nice looking and cute, and oh, they're so cute, and blah, blah, blah. And you hear many a marriage being wrecked. You know, it's like they didn't know that women have children. And then the women have to go do all this stuff trying to hold on to what you got. And, like I told my husband, take it or leave it. Okay, the door is over there. I'm not going to worry about you. I love myself. I'm not doing anything. I'm not holding you. Okay, that meant you didn't want to be here in the first place, right? Deep down, you wanted the mega beauty star and the beauty star fell. Babies, children come. Our bodies change. Men's bodies change. Don't let them fool you. I've seen that happen. And you still love them because they love themselves. They project that love to you. And you both grow together. And there's some, they don't grow together. Okay, it don't work. Don't work at all. And you're projecting that badness to your kid if you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself and you think you're awful, then the kids are going to pick it up too. They had told my mother all the time how ugly she was. She thought she was ugly. She told me I'm so ugly. I just heard it out of her voice. She wasn't talking directly to me. And I said, if you're ugly, then I'm ugly because I look like you. And she started laughing. I never heard it again. She had to learn to love herself. She had been through so much, being rejected by family members, having to walk miles. You hear them stories about your grandma and grandpa walked 20 miles to work. Well, she actually did. When we went down in Alabama and Georgia, she had to walk from Alabama to Georgia, and it was over 25 miles to work and come back in the dark to just work in somebody's house. And people had did things, wet her. She had one dress, a car went by, splashed it. It was her only dress. She had to go to work like that. Her hair fell out. She was working on it at night. Got it grown back, every night. But men were called, oh, you're ugly. One man did that, and for some reason, God took him on out. But, Mom said he was gone. The next day, they come telling me about the guy, and she said, I didn't say anything to him. I did. She said, the only thing I said, God forgive you, and she said, I just kept walking. And, but see, she's learned now that she has to love herself. Because you hear now, I know I'm cute. Okay. And I know I'm beautiful. My God loves me. If you don't love me, my God loves me. You may not look like others, right? But you're beautiful. You may be overweight. Okay, you may have a disease. You may be disabled. You are beautiful. And the only ones that's going to see beauty in you are other people that see beauty in themselves. If they don't see beauty in themselves, that's the people that's going to name call and do things because they don't see it. They call names. They call people out. They do this. They do that. Those people don't love themselves. They'll tell you they do. They don't. When the curtains are closed and it's dark at night, they're afraid of maybe the husband leaving them because they're not quite there. They're afraid the kid's gonna do this and do that. It's just constant turmoil because they don't love themselves and they don't have a relationship really with God. They're pretending. So you know what? You celebrate yourself. I got down here with me, celebrate me. This is me. Okay? You make a me day. It's God's day, and you also make it your me day. It's okay. This, I had used this before, the self-love, pouring into me savings, and it's about self-love. It's $500. It's going to be mine, and I'm going to do what I want to do with it. Okay, I may pick off of it or whatever, but I'm going to save $500. Valentine's Day, it's for me. You may pick another day. It's for you. So, take care. Have faith in God. that he's going to make things better. I told you it's going to get worse before it gets better, because we are in the family of man, and he does things, okay? He just does things, and there we are. Keep following your dream. That's self-love too. Don't give up on your dream, okay? If your car breaks down and you're without a car, you start dreaming for the other car. Don't give up on the next dream. Once you get done with the dream, if you actually fund that dream, you find another one. Okay, if you got a house, start finding and thinking, well, maybe I'll get the furniture and maybe I'll do this. Start dressing it up. Take your time. And you may even get something bigger. You just keep loving what you got. That's your reward that God has given you, your money. Money comes in different ways. It can be houses, it can be cars. It can be people sending you things, little gifts. But love yourself through it. Keep the anxiety away and tell yourself, I love you. What would you tell you to get yourself through if you're having trouble? Pretend you're you and you're talking to you. How are we going to get it together? Take care. Enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful week, right? See you soon. Bye-bye.